I trudged into the precinct locker room after a grueling 12-hour shift, my boots caked with alley mud and my bones aching from chasing down a lead that went nowhere. The clock hit 3 a.m., the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. When I froze mid-step, my wife, Tara, was pinned against the dented gray lockers, moaning low as my partner, Detective Ray Torres, kissed her neck like he owned her. Her blouse hung half open, buttons straining, his hands roaming where mine should have been. My service Glock slipped from my grip, clattering loud against the concrete floor, the sound bouncing off the walls like a gunshot. "Tara?" I barked, my voice raw, cracking with disbelief. She spun around, eyes wide with shock, clutching her shirt closed, while Ray stepped back, wiping his lip with a smug grin. "Whoa, Jake, didn't hear you sneak in, man." My chest tightened like someone had slammed a battering ram into my sternum. Tara and I had been married 3 years, met at a cop charity event where she slung drinks, and I was a wide-eyed rookie. She'd been my anchor, always up with coffee after late patrols, laughing at my dumb cop stories. Ray? My partner for 2 years, the guy who'd backed me up in shootouts, cracked cases over cheap beers at dive bars. We were tight, or so I'd thought. Lately, Tara'd been off, late nights she called, girls' dinners, vague texts about errands that didn't add up. I'd brushed it aside, too buried in a crypto fraud case we'd been chasing for months, case 47. Now, seeing them tangled up in my precinct, the betrayal sank its claws deep. "You're my wife and my partner," I roared, stepping forward, fists balled. Tara stammered, "Jake, wait, it's..." But Ray cut in, chuckling, "Relax, bro, just blowing off steam." "Steam?" I lunged for my locker, yanking my bag, something clinked inside. A flash drive labeled Case 47 in Sharpie. My gut dropped. This wasn't just cheating, something stank worse than a week-old crime scene. I stormed out of the locker room, the flash drive burning a hole in my pocket, Tara's voice chasing me down the hall. "Jake, come back. Let me explain." My pulse hammered as I shoved into the precinct bathroom, slamming the door so hard the hinges rattled. The air smelled of bleach and stale coffee, the flickering light casting shadows on the chip tiles. I jammed the drive into my phone with trembling hands, files popped up. Audio clips, encrypted PDFs, timestamps stretching back months. I hit play on the first clip, Tara's voice, low and tense. "Ray, he's getting too close to cracking it. We need to shut it down fast." Ray's gravelly reply crackled through, "Case 47's buried, babe. I've got the captain in my pocket, trust me." My jaw clenched tight, I smashed the sink faucet with my fist, metal bending with a groan, water spraying across my jacket. "What the hell is this?" I yelled, the echo bouncing back at me. Case 47 was our white whale, a crypto Ponzi scheme that had siphoned $5 million from local investors, funneled through fake wallets and ghost accounts, all tied to a shadowy figure we called the broker. Ray and I had been chasing it for 6 months, wire transfers, burner phones, dead-end leads piling up. I'd vented to Tara over late-night dinners, her nodding along, asking sharp questions like, "Any big breaks yet?" I thought she was just curious, supportive even. Now this audio gutted me. I scrolled deeper, files showed payments to Ray, $200,000 in Bitcoin, deposited weeks ago, timestamps matching nights Tara was out. The affair wasn't just a stab in the back, it was a cover to tank the case. I bolted to my desk in the bullpen, shoving papers aside, my badge clattered out, and with it, a burner phone I'd never seen. It buzzed alive, "Meet at the warehouse. Bring it." My stomach sank. This was a setup and I was the fall guy. I peeled into the precinct parking lot at dawn, the burner clutched in my sweaty palm, the sky streaked with gray and orange. My radio crackled, Captain Reese's voice cut through, sharp and pissed, "Dawson, my office, now." I stormed up the stairs, still reeling from the audio, and stopped dead in the doorway. Ray sat there, legs crossed, sipping coffee like he owned the place, while Tara stood by the window, arms crossed, staring at the floor. Reese slammed a thick file onto his desk, the thud rattling his coffee mug. "Case 47's closed, Jake. Evidence is gone, tainted chain of custody. You're off it, effective immediately." My blood ran cold, a chill creeping up my spine. "Closed?" I yelled, kicking a metal chair. It skidded hard into the wall, cracking the plaster with a dull crunch. "That's my damn case." Reese leaned forward, his weathered face hard. "Ray says you botched the raid last week, lost the drive with the key data. He's taking lead now." I glared at Ray, he smirked over his mug. "Sorry, partner. You've been sloppy lately." Tara finally looked up, her voice shaky. "Jake, just let it go, it's done." "Done?" "That drive was in my bag. They'd planted it, framed me to kill the investigation." Then Reese dropped the bomb. He slid a grainy photo across the desk. Me, outside a suspect's house, time-stamped last week. a place I hadn't been in months. Someone's saying you're dirty, he growled, tapping the image. Internal Affairs is circling. You're on thin ice. My own captain, the guy who'd pinned my badge on me, bought off and turning on me. I snatched the burner from my pocket, storming out. Ray shouted after me, "You're finished, Jake!" The warehouse meet was my only play left, and I was walking into a trap. I screeched into the abandoned warehouse lot, tires kicking up gravel, the burner buzzing non-stop. Back room. Now. The place loomed dark and silent. Rusted chains dangled from the rafters, crates stacked high like a maze. My boots crunched on broken glass as I kicked the back door open. Tara stood there, pale as death, clutching a laptop, Ray beside her gripping a crowbar like a bat. "Jake!" she gasped, the laptop slipping. Its screen shattered on the concrete, sparks spitting out. "Surprised to see me?" I snarled, drawing my backup piece, a snub-nose .38 from my ankle holster. Ray swung the crowbar. I ducked. It smashed a crate behind me, with splintering into jagged chunks. "You're too late, man," he yelled, charging. I fired a warning shot. Concrete chipped near his feet, the bang echoing loud. Tara screamed, diving behind a crate. "Stop it! It's not us!" I tackled Ray, slamming him into a stack. Boxes toppled, dust choking the air. I pressed the gun to his temple. "Talk now!" He spat blood, grinning through it. "The broker. He's got us on a leash, planted the cash, forced us to bury the case." Tara crawled out, sobbing. "He's got videos. Us, the precinct, everything. Said he'd ruin us if we didn't." The twist hit like a freight train. The broker wasn't just a ghost. He'd blackmailed them, using their affair to sabotage me and keep his $5 bill safe. I grabbed the laptop. Files flickered on the cracked screen. Crypto keys, the whole haul. Ray laughed, "You're dead anyway," and tossed a lighter at a crate. Flames roared up, fueled by old rags, swallowing the room fast. I yanked Tara out, the heat searing my back as Ray's screams faded in the blaze. Sirens wailed. Someone had tipped the cops, and they were closing in. I peeled out of the lot, Tara in the passenger seat, the laptop smoking on the dash, its keys still live. The burner buzzed. "You're next, Dawson." The broker's crew, 2 black SUVs, tailed us, headlights glaring in the rearview. I swerved through back alleys, tires screeching on wet pavement. "Who's he?" Tara cried, clutching the door. "I don't know. Just a voice on calls. He's got everything on us." My mind raced. I hacked the laptop mid-chase, cracking the password, 47 broker. Keys loaded, $5 bill in Ethereum, ripe for the taking. I could wire it to Internal Affairs, blow the lid off, or drain it, vanish with the cash. An SUV rammed us. Metal crunched, the back window shattered, glass raining in. I floored it, spotting a gas truck ahead. Yanked the wheel, sideswiping it hard. Fuel spilled across the road. I tossed my lighter out the window, boom. It erupted, flames swallowing the street, cutting them off in a wall of fire. We hit a dead-end alley, brakes squealing, the laptop glowing between us. Tara begged, tears streaming. "Forgive me, Jake. I was trapped. He'd have destroyed us." Maybe true, maybe another lie. I'd seen her with Ray, heard her voice on that drive. Sirens screamed closer. The cash sat there, digital gold. Turn it in. Fight the broker. Save her sorry ass? Or run. Take it all, let them rot? What's your call, fam? Hit the comments. I'm cornered, pissed, and the clock's ticking. Thank you very much for listening to this story to the end. I hope you liked. We work for you, looking for and telling you the most effective stories about women's betrayal, shocking intrigue, interweaving the plot and unexpected reactions of angry men. Save us, put likes, write comments, and, of course, subscribe to the channel to not miss any story.